morning. This is Partner in Power again, here from the Common Europe event in Lyon, and the biggest event in Europe for the IBMI environment. And we have today Steve Karst, who is the practice manager at Fresche and for EMEA, and he is also the newly elected president for the Common Europe. So congratulations for that.
Thank you, Geek. Thank you.
And looking forward to have a conversation with you today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Geek.
Yeah,
it's a lovely sunny day.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
My first question to you is concerning your various engagements. You have been in the past owning the Redbourn Systems.
Yes.
And they were acquired by Fresche in 2024.
Yeah, 24. It's October 24, yeah.
Yeah, so you're heading up the IBMI business. And so tell us, Steve, concerning this new engagement, what is Fresche about? Because there may be people which don't know Fresche.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm happy to say that, Guy.
Yeah.
And great to be talking to you as well. So yeah, and in fact, from the 1st of July, I actually have a new role within Fresche as well. So I'll become regional lead for EMEA and Asia Pacific, which I know is an enormous territory. So I guess I'm going to spend a lot of time on a plane.
That's great.
But anyway, let me explain about Fresche. So Fresche really do 4 things. We have a number of products. X-Analysis is probably our flagship product that I think most people will know. But we have 27 products on the IBMI platform.
Really great.
So we also deliver managed services, so our cloud and keep the lights on operation.
Okay.
We host a huge number of production LPARs in the States, and we're bringing that more into Europe. And I'll talk about the European element in a second. We also deliver modernization services, transformation of code, both the UI, the database, and the RPG code or sign-on or COBOL code to Java or to .NET with our modernization tooling. And then the 4th pillar of our organization is our analytics and AI division. So we acquired a company more than a year ago now that's a specialist in that space. So we're also a direct cloud solution provider for Microsoft as well. So we do a lot. There's a lot of things we do.
There are a lot of things we do. So, in fact, there's a lot of things, and I know that you have the multiple hats, and you have been the marketing director for the IUG. And you stepped down.
I did, I figured I had to
be able to step up and be the president now for Common Europe.
Well, there's still another couple of hours to go over in Lyon, because technically the president hands over at 12 at the closing session.
I see.
So I mean,
but you're already in preparation for the next one.
Exactly.
I know you have something on your back.
Well, let's show the camera look. So
so that's the next one.
So we'll be in Antwerp in Belgium early June in 2027.
There's a lot of engagement in the IBMI community.
Yes.
So why is this important for the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So we run our Congress in different countries. So as you know, Guy, that Common Europe is a combination, an umbrella really, of all the individual countries. So 19 different countries within Europe that make up our Common Europe family, I guess. We always go to, or try to go to, a different host city each year. So this year we're in France, next year we'll be in Belgium, the year after that in the UK. So we have a cycle of
now UK is selected.
Absolutely. So possibly Birmingham. I mean, that's the most likely one, but we'll be in the UK in 2028. Let's talk about 2027 in Antwerp, slightly different. What do? Well, we put on fantastic educational sessions, keynotes.
You already onboarded the university in UK. So that's great.
And the key thing for us is the fun and the community and the network that we do at these events. And we're growing. We've got 470 delegates here this year for the Lyon
that's
event.
Great.
We had 460 last year. So a little bit of growth. This is a market that some people say is declining, and clearly they're wrong, because we're growing in our presence. And we see that at Fresche as well. So we're finding more and more opportunities at Fresche.
Well, that was my next question. So you are into AI modernization for the IBMI with Fresche. So how do you see, because there are obviously differences, Europe is different, there is a scattered market and with different regions, countries. And so what is the difference for you for Fresche to be there, and what's your greatest opportunity?
Definitely. Well, I think the key thing for us is that Fresche, originally a Canadian company, a lot of American ownership now, and moving more and more into expanding the horizons, both with the products and services that we deliver, and also with the locations that we deliver them. So we've had great success selling our products in Europe over the years. So our X-Analysis product, hugely successful and used pretty much in every country in Europe. There's a customer. But maybe we're not so well known for our services in Europe. So the intention is to bring that service professional skill to our partners across Europe, empower and embrace those partnerships, get them to grow with our backing and our support from our team to really kind of expand into more of a service delivery as opposed to just a product delivery in Europe. The Europeans want, we call it boots on the ground. You know, they want to see people in their country, in their language.
The legal, the compliance.
And, for the benefit of our fantastic American cousins, they don't always understand the geography and the language and the currencies. And so not everybody speaks the same language. We don't all use the same banknotes. We don't even all drive on the same side of the road.
That's true.
There's a lot that's different about Europe. You have to kind of think about those different locations and provide the right solution, the right service for that specific location.
Okay. So now for the last question, putting all this together. So the presidency, your engagement with Fresche, what do you see the most exciting activity for the next half year?
Most exciting. Pretty good question. So I think AI has got to be, that is an era. That's an era change. You know, those of us that remember, when kind of the first ages of computing, AI is a completely different age really of computing. That excites me greatly. The capabilities that we can do with AI, the speed with which we can write or redevelop applications, modernize applications. And I see that IBM are positioning the platform as an AI development platform, not just to use to modernize, but to actually develop AI solutions. Because if you can keep your data and your AI inferencing close, then that's economically viable and custodianship protection. Of your data.
And that engagement, you bring that back to the community as well as to the business. So.
Absolutely. So when we're Fresh, we're focusing on that. With a Common Europe hat on, we've made sure we had plenty of AI content. So we brought the right AI experts across to this conference. We've had plenty of conference information about Bob, obviously IBM's AI tool. But there are other AI tools, and it's interesting. A lot of conversation around comparisons. I use Claude, I use Klein, I use Rucode. I use Bob. For me, use them all.
Use them all.
Mix them all together.
And then exchange in the community, and that's how you move everything forward. So we are very lucky to have you, on board in that engagement. So
delighted to be here. We love the relationship we have with Vulcan.
Thank you very much for talking to us. So this is Partner in Power, and see you next time.
And I'll see you in Antwerp next year.
Thank you, Steve.